Hello, I'm Curt, and this is Tall Man Smoke Shack. Today, I'm going to show you how to make smoked cornbread. And if you've never had smoked cornbread, you are in for a unique and delicious treat. This cornbread is a little different than cornbread cooked in a traditional oven. This recipe is designed for the lower temperatures and longer cook times of a smoker. Low and slow, that's how we roll. This will give the cornbread time to soak up those unique flavors that smoking brings. A little about cornbread. Native cooks in the Americas developed many recipes based on corn, including cornbread over 1,000 years ago. Cornbread has become the cornerstone of cuisine in the southeastern United States. Around the 1800s, the addition of ingredients like buttermilk, eggs, baking soda, baking powder changed the texture and the flavor of earlier iterations of cornbread, making it much more similar to the cornbread we enjoy today. There are several types of cornbread based on dough and variations in the cooking method. These include types like crackling bread, hot water cornbread, Johnny cakes, fried cornbread, and hush puppies, among others. Today will be considered making what's an oven bread. Let's get started. Let's talk about the ingredients. Okay, first off, we're going to start with cornmeal. You can easily use a coarse cornmeal or a fine cornmeal. I prefer a fine cornmeal. We're going to use 2 cups of cornmeal. Next, we're going to use all-purpose enriched blended flour. We're going to use 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Next ingredient we're going to add is going to be brown sugar, light or dark, doesn't matter. You're going to use a half a cup of brown sugar. We're going to then add baking powder. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of baking powder and sea salt. This is a non-iodized sea salt. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of sea salt. All right, let's talk about our wet ingredients. For the wet ingredients, we're going to start out with 1 1/3 cups of buttermilk. This is going to make the cornbread more moist after the smoking time. Next thing we're going to use is sour cream. We're going to use 2/3 of a cup of sour cream. Again, this will help with the moisture of the cornbread. So adding more sour cream is just going to make your cornbread more moist. Then we've got 2 eggs. I'm going to use 2 eggs, just standard eggs. And then we're going to use a butter. Half a cup of the butter is going to go into the mix, and then we're going to use additional melted butter in the end to put over the top of the cornbread. All right, let's get everything mixed up. Okay, I've gone ahead and added all of our dry ingredients to my bowl for my stand mixer. And now we're going to go ahead and add all of the wet mixture. All right, I've pre-mixed everything right here. Let's go ahead and add that to our dry mix. And then what we're going to do is we're going to mix this for 3 to 4 minutes and on medium until it's well mixed together to a good mixture. So about 3 or 4 minutes, we're going to let this run. Okay, while that's mixing up, I'm going to go ahead and get our pans ready. So I'm going to coat them with a little cooking spray. I like to put them over the sink. All right, now it's time for us to get our smoker lit and heat it up to 225 degrees, add our smoke chips, and put our liquid in. So what we're going to do is today I'm going to use peach wood for the cornbreads, add a nice sweet flavor. I'm going to be using for the liquid inside, I'm going to use apple juice, again, to impart a certain sweet flavor and deliciousness to the cornbread. So let's go ahead and get started. And add our smoke chips here. Last thing is going to be our liquid pan. Go ahead and fill this up. Some apple juice. and this will just help boil it, keep it steamy in there, and hope that's some deliciousness. All right, we're gonna let that preheat a little bit, get up to 225 degrees, and then we'll put our cornbread in. All right, now we've been mixing for a while. We've got our pans all ready. Let's go ahead and get scooping it into the pans. Okay, so the mixture's gonna be kind of thick. That is just what it is. It's kind of sticky. You can see it's a little liquid. It's pretty goopy. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put a little bit in each pan. I'm gonna take and kind of spread that out in the pan a little bit there. We're just gonna repeat that on every pan. Well, we're about where we want to be temperature-wise. Probably see, got good smoke coming up already. So we're gonna go ahead and load these cornbreads up in the top two shelves. I'm gonna put each one in individually in here, so that's all right. We're gonna seal that back up. It's gonna run at 225 degrees. We're gonna check it about an hour and a half. It'll probably be closer to 2.5 hours when we pull it out. Excellent. These have been in the smoker now for 2.5 hours. Let's go ahead and get them pulled out and see how we did. I'm going to take one out and do a traditional toothpick test, just to make sure we don't have any batter. Came out clean, looks great. Let's go ahead and get these pulled off. Doesn't look like just look fantastic. They're going to be great with a little honey. Okay, so the cornbreads are cooled here on the counter. Let's go ahead and cut one off and try a piece. Like a little honey on my cornbread, so. Enjoy. Right. Okay, again, I'm Curt. This is Tall Man Smoke Shack. We made smoked cornbread. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it if you would like my video and subscribe.